Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered why people don't seem to find you attractive anymore? It's completely normal to question whether your appearance still turns heads or if you still carry the same presence you once did. But here's something you might not realize: you could be far more attractive than you give yourself credit for. Attractiveness isn't just about youthful features or a full head of hair. It's something deeper, something that grows with time. Wisdom and life experience change how people respond to you, how they interact with you, and even the subtle signals they send your way. These quiet cues reveal more than you think about how others see you. Even if you don't see it yourself, there are clear and undeniable signs that you are a handsome, attractive older man. In this video, we'll explore 7 signs that prove you still have a striking presence, and it's not just about how you look. It's about your energy, the way you carry yourself, and the kind of impression you leave on others without even trying. Whether it's the way people react when you walk into a room, the compliments you receive without realizing their full meaning, or how others naturally gravitate toward you, these signals speak volumes. Stick with me until the end, because you might discover that your quiet confidence and refined sense of style are working for you in ways you never imagined. And who knows, by the time we're done here, you may start seeing yourself in a whole new light. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on the bell icon so you never miss a video. And if you're watching this right now, let me know how you're feeling. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're enjoying it, or a 0 if it's not your thing. Either way, I'd love to hear from you. One of the strongest signs that women find you attractive is how often they turn to you for advice. Sometimes it's to ask for help, other times it's to get your perspective. While it might not seem like a direct sign of physical attraction, especially as we get older, it actually reveals a lot about how people perceive you. Your calm presence, life experience, and confident demeanor give off a sense of trust, and women are naturally drawn to men who are reliable, emotionally intelligent, and grounded. And people ask for your opinion. They're not just seeking knowledge, they're seeking a man with presence. Whether it's a younger guy asking for career advice, or a friend confiding in you about something personal, it's a reflection of the respect you command. You don't need constant praise. The fact that people listen to you already says a lot. Think about someone like George, 67 years old. He never thought of himself as particularly handsome, but in social settings he noticed something interesting. People kept asking for his thoughts. Younger men would seek advice on relationships, women would linger in conversation and ask about his life experiences. George wasn't trying to impress anyone. He simply made people feel at ease. This kind of reliability isn't just a sign of wisdom, it's a form of natural attractiveness. A man who is confident without being flashy is often the one others want to be around. It's not just about looks, it's about the energy you bring into a room. And yes, women notice that. Younger guys may still be trying to prove themselves, but the quiet confidence that comes with age creates a different kind of presence. A woman might not walk up and say, "I find you attractive," but if she enjoys deeper conversations with you, values your opinions, and feels good in your presence, that says a lot. If people seek you out, even in casual, everyday situations, that's a clear sign you have a natural pull. Even if you don't realize it, your presence draws people in. And one of the most overlooked signs, compliments about your style. No matter your age, a man who takes care of himself gets noticed. If people regularly compliment your clothes, your grooming, or the way you carry yourself, that's a strong indicator that others find you attractive. As men get older, many develop their own sense of style: a well-fitted blazer, a trimmed beard, polished shoes, or even a signature scent. These small details speak volumes about yourself, respect, and confidence, and yes, women absolutely notice these things. It's like that color looks great on you, love your haircut, or you always dress so well. These aren't just polite compliments. They're signs that people are noticing you, and they appreciate your style. Take Robert, for example. He was 68, and for most of his life, he didn't pay much attention to how he looked. But whether it was a family gathering or just running errands, women often made comments about how sharp or well-groomed he looked. At first, he brushed them off as simple kindness. But over time, he realized these compliments weren't random, they were genuine responses to the way he presented himself. And more importantly, they revealed how others truly saw him. A stylish, confident, attractive man isn't one who chases the latest trends. He's someone who takes pride in himself. It's really about knowing what looks good on you and wearing it with confidence. Taking time to dress well and care for your appearance shows self-respect. And that kind of effort never goes unnoticed. Even if people aren't constantly giving you direct compliments, pay attention to how they react. Do faces light up when you enter a room? Do people give you a warm handshake or seem happy to be near you? These little signs say a lot about how others perceive you. Attractiveness isn't just about youth, it's about how you carry yourself. If you're putting effort into your appearance and people are picking up on it, chances are you're turning more heads than you realize. If you're still watching this video and found this insight valuable, drop a 2 in the comments too. Let me know you're here. I'd love to hear from you. Sign pound 3. Women hold eye contact with you a little longer than usual. And that's no coincidence. Attraction doesn't always come with words. Sometimes a look says everything. If a woman meets your gaze and doesn't immediately look away, if she holds it just a second longer, that could mean admiration, curiosity, or interest. Especially for more reserved women, body language speaks louder than words, and eye contact is one of the clearest ways they express how they feel. This kind of look is different from everyday interaction. If her eyes linger on you, even just for a moment, it often means she's quietly taking you in, maybe trying to understand who you are, and that means something. Think back. When was the last time someone looked at you, then gently glanced away? Maybe it was at a cafe, a bookstore, or just walking in the park. That quick pause, that subtle look, it might have said more than you realized. Picture someone like George, 72 years old. He never really thought of himself as particularly attractive. He assumed women no longer noticed him the way they used to. One quiet afternoon at a bookstore, he saw a younger woman looking at him from across the room. He didn't think much of it, just a passing glance. But then, in another aisle, he saw her again. She looked at him, held his gaze just a second longer than expected, and smiled softly before returning to her book. What George didn't realize was that his presence, his calm energy, and the way he carried himself with quiet confidence had made an impression. She wasn't just curious, she was intrigued, and that's something many older men overlook. Drawn him in, regardless of age, appreciate a man who's grounded in himself, not someone desperate for attention, but someone who commands it without trying. The way you move, the way you stand, the way you look at someone, it all says something. So if a woman holds your gaze for just a moment longer than necessary, it's a powerful sign she finds something about you attractive. Maybe it's your eyes, your style, or just the calm, quiet confidence you radiate. Next time you catch a woman looking your way, don't dismiss it. It might not be random. It could be one of the clearest signs that you're far more attractive than you give yourself credit for. Sign pound 4. Women are naturally drawn to you, and that's no accident. One of the clearest signs that you're an attractive older man is when people, especially women, seem to gravitate toward you without any effort on your part. This pull isn't just about sharp looks or youthful features. True attraction often comes from your confidence, your calm presence, and the sense of maturity you project. And whether you realize it or not, you're probably giving off those exact signals. Think about times you've entered a room and sensed a shift in the atmosphere. Maybe people looked your way a little more, or conversations flowed more easily when you were around. That's not luck, that's the quiet energy you bring. If women tend to lean in when they speak with you, listen closely to your stories, and seem genuinely engaged in what you're saying, that kind of interest goes beyond appearance. Real attractiveness comes from a presence that makes others feel at ease, respected, and safe. And here's the truth. That kind of attraction doesn't fade with age, it grows. Now picture a woman, perhaps younger or close to your age, holding eye contact a little longer than usual, maybe finding a reason to keep the conversation going. Asking about your life or your views. These may seem like small things, but they speak volumes about the comfort and trust you inspire. Women are drawn to men who are calm, thoughtful, and carry a sense of peace that younger men often haven't developed yet. If you've ever had someone say they feel safe opening up to you, even if they barely know you, that's not nothing. That's a sign that you're giving off a quiet, natural charm, because attraction isn't only about how you look. It's about how others feel when they're around you. So if people enjoy spending time with you, that's not random. That's the result of the energy you carry, whether you're aware of it or not. If you're still watching and these words resonate with you, drop a comment below that says, I've noticed sign pound 4. We'd love to hear from you. Sign pound 5. You carry yourself with calm, quiet confidence. For an older man, one of the most attractive qualities isn't appearance, it's presence. A man who moves through life with ease, clarity, and self-assurance stands out, while younger guys are still trying to figure out who they are. An older man who's truly comfortable in his own skin gives off a confidence that can't be faked. It's not about being the loudest person in the room or trying to prove anything. It's about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and not needing anyone's approval. True confidence speaks softly but powerfully. Have you ever noticed people naturally turning their attention towards you when you walk into a room? Maybe in conversations, they give you space to speak. Maybe women feel at ease around you. That's not random. That's your presence doing the talking. Take Alex, a 74-year-old man. He's not flashy. He doesn't try to impress anyone, but when he speaks, people listen. There's nothing over the top about his presence, yet he earns quiet respect. Women pick up on that too. His attractiveness doesn't come from looking perfect, it comes from the calm and confidence he carries with him. In today's world, where many people are anxious and constantly seeking approval, a man who's grounded and at peace stands out. He doesn't have to fill every silence, he doesn't seek constant attention, he simply shows up with quiet strength, and that kind of presence earns respect. Women appreciate men who don't try to dominate a conversation but speak clearly when it matters. Men who are strong but not rigid. Men who smile with warmth, not effort. Men who make others feel safe just by being themselves. So if you've ever wondered, why do people seem drawn to me? Or why do women feel so comfortable around me? The answer is simple. Real confidence is impossible to ignore, and it's one of the most attractive traits a man can have. If any of this resonates with you, drop a comment below that says, "I've noticed sign pound 5, but we'd love to hear your thoughts." Sign pound 6, you get subtle compliments about your physical presence. Attractiveness isn't just about youth or having a full head of hair. It's about how well you take care of yourself, how active you are, and how you carry yourself. If women have ever said things like, "You look really energetic," or "You have such a strong presence," that means something about you is clearly standing out. You don't need to spend hours at the gym to look fit. What really matters is showing that you care about your well-being, standing tall, moving comfortably, and being active. Even something as simple as the way you walk, stand, or shake someone's hand can say a lot about your health and strength. Take Thomas, 69 years old. He wasn't obsessed with fitness, but every morning he went for a walk, stretched, and kept his body moving. One day, a woman in her 50s said, "I hope I have your energy when I'm your age." At first, he took it as a kind gesture, but over time, he started to notice a pattern. People complimented his posture, his handshake, and the active way he lived his life. Women aren't just drawn to looks, they're drawn to energy, to vitality, and to the quiet confidence that comes from good health. If you walk into a room with purpose, if you sit with strength, if your movements are smooth and relaxed, people notice that. Health doesn't just show in your appearance, it shows in your energy, your attitude, and the way you interact with others. If people often tell you that you look younger than your age, take that seriously. It means they see something more than your looks, they're noticing the energy you bring. If you're still watching this video and this message hit home for you, drop a comment below that says, "I've noticed sign pound 6. We'd love to hear what you think. Let's keep going." Sign pound 7, if women laugh at your jokes, even the cheesy ones, it's a clear sign they enjoy being around you. Humor is one of the most underrated but powerful indicators of attraction. Women don't just laugh because you're funny, they laugh because of how they feel when they're with you. If you can create a light, warm, and easygoing atmosphere, it shows confidence and good energy. Even if your joke is simple, maybe even predictable, if she smiles instead of rolling her eyes, leans in, or gently touches your arm while laughing, that's not just being polite, that's her enjoying your company. Take Henry, a 73-year-old man. He had a habit of tossing out harmless, classic dad jokes. At first, he assumed women were just being nice when they laughed. But over time, he noticed they genuinely enjoyed being around him. Their laughter was real, and they kept finding ways to spend more time with him. What Henry didn't realize at first was that his humor was doing more than entertaining, it was creating connection. Women appreciate men who can make them laugh naturally, not as performers, but as real, confident men who are comfortable being themselves. You don't need to be a stand-up comedian. You don't need perfect timing or clever punchlines. Just being yourself and sharing a light moment is often more than enough. If women are laughing at your jokes, even the simple ones, take it as a sign. They're not just reacting to the joke, they're responding to you, your presence, your vibe, your charm. If you've noticed women genuinely laughing at your jokes, even the goofy ones, drop a comment below that says, "I've noticed sign pound 7. We'd love to hear from you." If you found this information helpful, give the video a like and subscribe to support us in creating more content like this. Remember, getting to know your body is a journey, and we're in it together.